This video is brought to you by 3, bringing you 4G at no extra cost.
Hey guys, welcome to BTech. It's Basil here, giving you a quick comparison between the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. As you can see, the Galaxy Note 4 and 3 are very similar sizes, both 5.7-inch displays, but they pack different screen resolutions. You've got a Quad HD display on the Galaxy Note 4, as opposed to a Full HD display on the Note 3. The screen's also the same type of AMOLED you see on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S. It packs incredibly vibrant colors, and of course, the colors also manage to look a little bit more photorealistic than the Note 3 on first impression, though don't hold us to that. We haven't done any tests just yet. It packs Samsung's adaptive display too, so will adapt its coloring and indeed its brightness based on your ambient lighting conditions. If we take a look at the physicality of the device in hand, they both feel really manageable. The Note 4 seems lighter despite the fact it's got this metal frame around the side. As you can see, this frame with chamfered edges and a definite iPhone-esque kind of feel manages to wrap around, whereas the plastic faux chrome trimming isn't anywhere near as rich in hand. We'd imagine that would scuff quite easily though. It's available in 4 colors in total, including a black version, and it is indeed painted metal, not colored metal all the way through. Putting them side by side, we can see front-facing cameras, home buttons, either side are capacitive buttons, and that display taking center stage. At the top, you can also see front-facing cameras like we said, but the Note 4 has a 3 megapixel plus f1.9 front-facing camera, so a nice wide open aperture with a wider angle lens as well. Below the display, you've got the multitasking button on the left-hand side, and multitasking has seen a visual improvement. On the right-hand side, you've got power buttons on both. At the base, micro USB connectors, micro USB 3 on the Note 3, micro USB regular on the Note 4. Both the devices have S Pen, so they have different levels of pressure sensitivity. We'll come on to that later. Volume rockers, and up top 3.5mm jacks, and we've also got infrared blasters. Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 805 in the Note 4. 16 megapixel camera versus 13 megapixel camera. You've also got that heart rate monitor, which doubles up as a capture tool when you are taking selfies. Speaker from the bottom has made its way to the left-hand side of the rear of the device. As far as what's inside goes, like we said, you've got a different version of Android optimized for the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Its new S Pen. Its new S Pen, by the way, has 2048 levels of pressure sensitivity instead of 1024. Takes directional input, etc. We can pull down the notifications tray, and you can see gone are the expandable quick toggles that you had in prior versions of Samsung's TouchWiz. Instead, you have a single strip which you can scroll through, which does minimize the fuss, although we do kind of miss them already. You've also got S Finder and Quick Connect a la Samsung Galaxy S5. Jumping out of that and into the applications tray, and we can see we've got all our applications organized into folders, so it's not a fair fight, but you can see a very spacious applications tray. There's lots of room in between icons. It feels like everything has a lot of room to breathe, very nice and clean. No widgets as you do have on the Note 3. It does feel more organic drawing on the Note 4 than it does on the Note 3, maybe because of the pen that we have selected. You also have increased functionality of the S Pen button. What this will do now is it will select multiple elements. So if we opened up a web browser, we could actually select text by pressing the pen and selecting it, which is incredibly practical and incredibly cool. As far as the camera goes, 13 megapixels versus 16 megapixels with optical image stabilization. The user interfaces are relatively similar, but we're just going to open the user interface on the Note 4 to show you that Samsung simplified things quite a lot. If we open up the settings, we can see you've just got these key elements which are selectable rather than the big grid that we can see when we expand them. Closing that up, you've also got a range of shooting modes, and you can also download more shooting modes and manage your modes. If we're to jump out of that and talk you around, like we said, the key specs, you've got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 805 processor, 3 GB of RAM, 3 GB of RAM on both, as opposed to an 800 processor. So they're going to be performing relatively similarly in terms, they should both be very smooth. Although we're hoping Samsung has optimized TouchWiz for the Note 4 to be significantly better than our experiences of TouchWiz of old, given that TouchWiz has become synonymous with stutter, unfortunately. As far as connections goes, Cat 4 LTE LTE, USB 3 like we said instead of USB 4, which is an interesting one, and you've also got all your standard Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, etc. The Notes have always been landmark devices because they've always paved the way for the coming year with the most cutting edge technology, and it looks like the Note 4 is going to be no different. Hopefully you've enjoyed our hands-on comparison. If you have, make sure you click that like button. If you like BTech in general, click subscribe. Head over to BTech where you can find the latest in smartphones, tablets, smart gadgets, and some awesome deals as well. Thanks for watching.